Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be discussing about the types of law firms. Now one may ask that what is the motivation to make that video? So in many of my mentorship sessions, I have noticed that when I ask the law students that what are your future goals and aspirations, more than 90% of them end up saying that that they would want to be in a law firm. But when asked what type of law firm, what is the area of law that they are following, they're all blank. There are no answers. And again, many of them have this misconception that to be in a law firm, one can only pursue corporate subjects, which is again wrong. So in order to bust those myths, I thought that I'll make this small video on the different types of law firms that are there and the types of laws that you can take up in order to be in a law firm. So we shall now begin with the first category, which is a full service law firm. So full service law firm caters to almost all the laws and all the legal queries that one might have, and the sort of teams that they have revolve around, say, general corporate, dispute resolution, IPR, technology laws, competition laws, banking and finance laws, etc. Now, examples of full service law firms in India is Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, Cyril Amarchand Mangaldas, Khaitan and Co, AZB and Partners, JSA, Trilegal, etc. Right? So these are all full service law firms, and of course, they have a lot of lawyers employed under them, like sometimes even more than 400, 500, 600 employees that they have. So they are very huge organizations, and yes, the sort of hirings that they do every year and the sort of clients that they handle are like at a very large scale. Next is boutique law firms. So boutique law firms offer services in a very niche area of law, and they accordingly hire people who have a specialization in that niche in which they are operating. So a boutique law firm could say, for example, only deal with IPR laws, or say only deal with tax laws, or could only deal with competition laws, etc. Right? And it could also be in a combination of one or two laws. However, mostly it has been seen that boutique law firms cater to predominantly one area of law. Now, examples of these could be Anand and Anand, which cater to IPR laws, and Vaish Associates, who cater to tax laws in India, right? Okay, so now when this is clear, let's move to the third category of law firms, which is the Magic Circle law firms. Now, Magic Circle law firms are the ones who have a global presence. However, they are headquartered in the UK, and they outperform most of the UK firms in terms of the number of clients that they have, in terms of profitability, in terms of revenue generation, etc. And they usually have employees ranging somewhere between more than 1000 and 2000 employees, etc. Right? And examples of these could be Linklaters, Allen Overy, etc. Now moving ahead, we have Silver Circle law firms. Now, as and when Silver Circle law firms is a term coined like way back in the time, almost more than a decade, and gradually it has diluted. However, when it started, the accepted definition of a Silver Circle law firm was a firm that is based out of UK. It does not usually cater to international clients. However, it caters to premium UK clients, and the nature of transactions that they used to handle was majorly based around private equity transactions. And an example of a Silver Circle law firm could be Travis Smith, right? Okay, moving ahead. Now there is a huge confusion in India when again when students come and ask me that what are these tiers, like why is somebody called a tier 1 firm, why is another firm a tier 3 firm, etc. Now Legal 500 Chambers have come out with a sort of a list of all the law firms in all the different areas of law, wherein they categorize them as tier 1, which is obviously the most prestigious, ranging on to sometimes even tier 5, tier 6 law firms. Now the sort of categorization is done on the basis of the premium clients that they handle, the number of employees that they have, the innovation that they show at work, the sort of client satisfaction that they have, etc., the salaries that they offer to their employees. And this is how tiers are calculated. And also for different areas of law, the tiers can vary. So say if somebody is a tier 1 firm in arbitration practice, they might even be like a tier 2 or a tier 3 in, say, corporate law practice, right? So honestly, you should check all the tiers for all the different sort of areas of law that you are interested in, and then you should make a decision as to whether you want to intern with a particular firm or not, right? So this is one. Now lastly, I would just like to briefly throw some light on the big four, which is the Deloitte, PwC, etc. They were earlier called accounting firms. However, gradually they sort of became and transitioned into professional services firm. And now they've also started hiring lawyers every year. Thousands of lawyers are being hired. So they offer legal services, they offer due diligencing services to corporates. However, they cannot be called a law firm because see, their main area of focus is obviously accounting and related things, tax, accounting and related stuff. But yes, they do give legal services, but they don't fall in the category of a law firm. So with that, we've come to the end of this video. If you have any further doubts, or if you feel you have some comments on this video, if you feel you want me to make videos on some specific topics, you can put them down in the comments. You can DM me on Instagram, which is Career Solutions by Ashna Jain. And yes, also if you feel that you want to get on a one-on-one mentorship call with me, you want me to help you with your resume, with your interview preparation, etc., you can always drop me an email and I'll send you my brochure for professional services. The email ID is given in the description. And lastly, yes, do not forget to like, comment, share, subscribe and press the bell icon for this video. I will hopefully see you guys next week, if only my procrastination doesn't take the better of me. Thank you so much for watching. Have a very nice day.